Hey guys, it's your boy, Tonio. Sorry, the microphone is so close to my face. Here, I'll move it to a more comfortable distance. I'm coming at you in the editing bay to let you know that I had a full edit ready to go, fired up. Don't know what happened, but when I exported it, something went crazy. I can only assume that my lovely, lovely son Percival ran over my keyboard while it was exporting or did some like dark magic when I wasn't paying attention. Like, it's hard to talk about, but like in this household, we do practice the arcane and mystic arts. And like maybe sometimes he grabs a hold of some knowledge that he shouldn't have and is somehow sentient and understands things. And I think he's just playing a nasty, nasty trick. So this episode is going to be pretty raw. The only we only have the audio footage from Maddie's lovely, lovely camera that sits on her lovely, lovely tripod. So I will try to make it more, consumable. But you know what? Here at the Gay Pod, we're big fans of changing up the format. So we're just going to say we went real indie. We went real film school. We went real guerrilla recording. You know, and that's just what it is. So sorry the funnies aren't there. Luckily our girl Maddie is probably gonna do it for like our TikToks and YouTube and stuff maybe, but like we'll just call this episode raw and rustic. Anyway, we talk about Sinners. We talk about our favorite food joints in Portland. We talk about, what else do we talk about? We talk about a lot. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the episode, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.
It's the pod.
Welcome to the Gay Pod.
Wow, this feels like deja vu.
Yeah, this is crazy.
So update, y'all. You may or may not see 6 minutes of us from yesterday because I forgot to charge my camera battery. Womp womp.
If we said anything funny, I'll insert it here, but only if I can somehow piece together the sentence like, Sinners is gay. I'll put the edit in. Oh god, why did I say that? Oh, get me out of the fan!
Yeah, now you have to do it, so.
Fuck. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good.
No, that's so valid. I'm good. I'm a little tired. This was a vibe I had yesterday too, so I'm just gonna kind of keep it. As you can see, we upped our production value in the podcast studio. We now have a shelf. Wow! Right here. So hopefully if you see something on it that you want us to talk about, say something.
Put it out.
Yeah, I'm down to talk about literally anything. I'll give you bonus points if you can name all the movies that I have behind me here. It should be quite easy, but we'll see.
That's crazy. I hope someone does that. If you do that, I'll Venmo you $20. Straight up.
You're in this economy. We're basically not like Wheel of Fortune.
Hey, get the views up. Get the views
No,
up.
literally.
Hey, comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already.
Yeah, straight up. Ring the bell icon.
Ring that bell icon.
Yeah, to get notified when we post. We do post every Friday at noon Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, so.
Sweet.
Now
and
that we
if
have
you're new here, welcome.
Hi. And now that we have the formalities out of the way, I do want to take the time to shout you out because the other day I was looking at our TikTok and I think the catchphrase of your two new gay best friends is actually so cute and so iconic.
Thank you.
I literally was like, we should put that on a shirt. That's really cute.
It's really cute because guess what? We're gay and we're best friends.
It's
and
so
we'll be your
true.
best friends. So
The thing that I like the most about people talking about this podcast is when people are like, it feels like we're there with you and we're a part of the conversation.
yeah, that's like the whole fucking point of doing this.
Yeah. I hate, it's not that I hate, a formulaic podcast, but I hate when there's, a lot of production value in it. And only, famous people are brought on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like this vibe that we have cultivated so far.
It's a good vibe.
Oh my god, yeah. And speaking of good vibes...
Should we get into it?
Yeah, we're going to talk about Sinners.
Sinners. Sinners! This movie was absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Dare I say perfect?
There, Luke, shout out Luke, went back to see this movie 3 times and every time updated his Letterboxd score. And on the 3rd watch, he gave it 5 stars, and I was like, you know what? It is the only movie. Maybe I don't want to put up like the stats from my Letterboxd. Maybe I will, but I'll blur out everyone's names. But like, this is the only movie that has consecutively like above 3 stars. Like, no one has rated it poorly. There's only one review that's 3 stars, but that's okay.
Yeah, shit happens.
No, like, and also it's a really long movie.
2 hours and 17 minutes, I'll say it, folks. That is, for me, a bit too long. I love living at that 90-minute mark. It's just so sweet, that hour 30-minute, like, ooh, I don't know, you can't beat that.
I agree. I also think, too, that, like, this is an epic. Like, this movie
100%.
is long for it's almost like you get all the satisfaction of like Avengers and Endgame in the same movie, because like in the beginning, I leaned over to Luke the first time I was watching it. When they're going around and collecting everyone, I'm like, I want to assemble a team. I was like, that's literally what they're doing right now. Like, and I love movies that do that. Like, one of my other favorite movies, it's in no way related to this, but like Ocean's 8, like when they just track everyone down and like build the crew.
Yes.
Love that part of a movie.
They assemble the squad.
Yeah, and they also like, what's cool too is you kind of get like what each character is bringing to the table, which I really enjoy. Especially as we get later on into the movie and we have that really sick fucking scene where everyone just like gears up and grabs shit from the table. It feels like the beginning of like a really cool fucking video game.
Totally.
So I am such a big fan of this movie, not only because it's like a really well made horror movie and a really well received horror movie, but also because, dare I say it, folks, I think this one, we're gonna see it next January, February for the Oscars.
I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility.
Especially for soundtrack or score.
Oh, yeah.
Original screenplay.
That sound design was crazy.
Yeah.
That sound design was actually crazy.
I need to talk about my favorite part that gives me chills every time I watch it. Just because the sequence starts off so somber and the music is really good. When Smoke goes to visit Annie at her hut.
Yes.
And they come inside and like it's that weird like really quiet key playing.
Yes.
And then the music starts building as their conversation gets a little more elevated. And then when she's starting the ritual to recharge the mojo bag and she strikes the match on beat.
Dude.
Whoa. Like you don't have to do that. Like I just got chills. You don't have to do that, but when you take the time to do that, it makes the world feel more real and feel like these characters, of course they know what they're doing, but like it lets you know that Annie is in touch with things outside of what we're seeing, which I think is true. Like she's the one that practices hoodoo, which was also a really great representation on screen. I think that's really sick. A lot of other movies like kind of fearmonger hoodoo, which is kind of stupid in my opinion, but also like
I love that it like actually like played into the plot of the movie though.
And
like it wasn't just like, oh, she practices. It's like, oh yeah, this shit. Hey.
Yeah, and like also later in the movie when she was very much like she was the reason why they knew what the fuck was going on.
Yes, absolutely.
Like her character was so people are sleeping on her character a little bit too much for me. Everyone's focusing on the men, which fine, but like
what was her character's name?
Annie. Yeah. Yeah, everything about it. Like even when she steps up to the door is like one of the lines that's burned into my head, which is like, did one of them white folks kill you? Yes. And she goes, you can't come inside because you're dead. Yes. I was like, ah! And I just think like, even though the characters might not have known what a vampire is, in culture that goes super far back, the idea of inviting the dead into your house on accident is a big no-no. Like, that stuff stretches beyond just vampires. It's ghosts. It's just evil in general. And so I just think, like, it helps her put the pieces together to be like, okay, you're either a hate or you're a vampire. We need to figure out which one you are. And the way she tests it was just super cool. She was the goat. Like, she was really fun. She's probably my favorite part of the movie.
I would agree. I think Annie's character was the best. And
just the and like the ending scene too. Oh yeah, spoiler alert. Sorry.
But yeah, spoilers. Hey, we'll put one before.
Yeah. God, and when she's in the afterworld, oh my god. Like
the last 10 minutes of that movie like almost made me cry.
Yeah, it's strong. Like it's really, really powerful. And I think too that like the doomed lovers trope is so good when it's done right. And I feel like the movie tells you from the jump only one person's making it out of this shit.
Yep.
And so the question is like, okay, well maybe they like got away off screen or what have you. Some characters do. But it really is like, you see Sammy pull up in that car and he looks beat to shit. And that whole sequence in the beginning is also really good.
Hey, I actually almost shit my pants. Hey, actually that was really fucking scary.
Yeah.
And he gave me a warning. He's like, hey, heads up, this is like jump scare right here. And I was like, oh shit, that was, whoo, powerful. But then it like all leads back to the end of the movie. Like, come on.
And then like, you get to the symbolism of like, we talked about it after the movie, but the symbolism of like Remick saying things and his father saying things and like Sammy understanding that if he lets people influence him in a certain way, things can go really bad, as he just saw. But I think also too, like, having that character sort of have that growth of being like, religion might be a little bit of a scam. Like, religion is a scam. That movie paints a picture of religion is a scam and religion is a form of oppression, whereas spirituality is something that sets people free.
100%.
Because spirituality comes from your culture.
Yep.
Like, it comes from ancient tradition.
Yep.
Like all of our holidays. And even holidays around the world. I just think that, and also the way they showcase that, like, again, the way they start the movie, and then I'll let you talk for a little bit, the way they start the movie with saying the baller ass line of like, sometimes music is important in every culture, and sometimes music is so good it pierces the veil between the living and the dead. I would like that to be a tattoo somehow.
Yeah.
Like, the idea of that, and when you set that movie up like that, and then the two eyes are in the mirror, and it fades out, and then when it fades in on the sunset, or the sunrise, there's the two dots again. I was like, dog, that's how you start a motherfucking movie, bitch. But I want you to talk about the music, because obviously you have a better understanding, like, of how all of that is composed and how it's put together, but I want to hear
you're giving me
your
a
thoughts.
little more credit.
You listen to music on a technical level, whereas I don't really. I think I can, like, understand why it's important to the story, but I mean in terms of, like, I don't know. Just, like, what did you think about the soundtrack and the music of the movie?
I thought it was fucking awesome. I thought it was... I just, like, was left speechless. I texted you, and I was like, I listened to the soundtrack twice the morning after we saw the movie, because I was like, this is just absolutely insane. I think my favorite part of the movie was that middle part where it was Sammy, and he was singing, and then it just like wove into all these like different cultures
I'm
of
getting
like
chills thinking about
black music and like black represent, and it was just so fucking cool. And it was just like, I don't know, it just like brought something out in me, and I was like, God, I just like, music is so beautiful, and I don't think we recognize that like black people fucking made it. Like, they made music. And this just really shows you, like, wow, everything derives from this.
Yep.
And it's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like, I was just absolutely in shock and awe. And I said, this is such a beautiful movie. I think it poses the question, like, is this movie a musical?
That's such a good question, because is it? I feel like they use music as a tool.
Yeah.
I feel like they use it as a device to progress the story, but I feel like musicals are more inner monologues spoken aloud, whereas in film you can capture dialogue and body language and emotion.
Yep.
So to me, I don't really think it is a musical. I think the music was always a part of it. I mean, even Ryan Coogler said that, like, this movie, I think, was inspired by his grandfather because they had a connection over the blues. And I think that he knew that the music was going to be instrumental to the plot. And also, we've seen violence depicted as a way to, like, showcase trauma, but I also think the movie does a really good job of using music to prove that as well.
Yes.
Like, I'm not going to lie, the more I listen to the soundtrack, Go Sally Go or whatever it's called. That song's really good.
Yeah.
And when you listen to it, it's actually like a really, like it's kind of just a really good like tale song. Like it tells a story, and I think that that's really cool. And yeah, even the Irish like jig song was just really well written, and it tells you everything you need to know about his character.
Yes.
And what I think is really important is that vampirism only originates from Europe, so the fact that they kind of stuck to that, and it was something that was brought here as like a disease.
Yeah.
Nosferatu captures the same things because he carries disease and rats and all that shit, but like the idea of this being almost like an infection and it's spreading, because they didn't need to be bit on the neck, they were bit on the arm, bit on the shoulder, and they just needed to be bit. Yeah, I like the soundtrack is something I keep listening to. I've added it to my playlist at work that I play over the radio.
I love it. I would also agree with you. I don't think it would be classified as like a musical. Definitely something that just pushes. It flows with the story.
Yeah. Especially with, like I said, with that opening line.
Exactly.
It makes it important. It puts it front and center to let you know, like, if you're not listening to the music while you're watching this movie, you're only getting half the story.
Correct.
Just chills when he's singing I Lied to You, and then that voice comes back in and reintroduces this idea, and then you immediately see, like, you saw hints of, like, and what I learned is that the characters that we see appear out of time are actually ancestors of the characters that are there. So, like,
damn.
That sort of, like, Egyptian goddess-looking character is an ancestor of Pearline. So they are very, like, it's just cool. And obviously we see a lot of Sammy's descendants throughout the song, but even highlighting, like, Bo and, oh god, I can't remember her name. Oh my god. Grace. With Bo and Grace, and their Asian heritage being woven into this as well when they started to dance, I just think was, like, so cool.
Yes.
I also think the visual representation of, like, the barn being burnt down and the music being so strong that it literally was kind of like in Hocus Pocus when they open the book and, like, the beam shoots up in the sky and the witch has nowhere to go. It's kind of like that energy was so good. And because this vampirism is more than just eternal life, it's also eternal memory.
Yeah.
Of course he views this as, like, this kid can sing and he has stories and I need them now. So that way I can access my ancestors. Like, it's... Yeah. And, like, there's a whole layer even there, too, talking about how, like... yes, this is vampirism, and you can also look at this from, like... The thing that I kept realizing when I was watching the movie is you could take this and easily put it in a modern-day setting in a club.
Yeah.
Right? And you can tell the story, but in a different way. Like, instead of it being blues, it's DJ music, and Remick shows up to this club, and we have, like, more of a Blade-esque movie. I love the approach of putting it in the time period and location that they did, because it makes the movie a lot stronger and highlights a genre of music that we don't see represented in movies a lot as well.
100%.
And you can view it as, like, Remick, like, going into, like, a black neighborhood as a producer, finding a young, talented black man and gaining profit without really sharing it back, and the only thing he gets is just this eternal life that seems like a curse. And Annie also does a really good job of talking about how it's actually terrible to be a vampire. You never feel the sun, you can't see, you outlive all your loved ones, like that notion as well.
Hey, did you just write the sequel?
I mean, yeah, like, people are like, make Sinners 2, make Sinners 2. I honestly think it should just be its own thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that.
I also think, too, like, I love when a movie feels like like a good book.
Yes.
So.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I love that. It was so good. And especially in the theaters. You have to see it in theaters.
Because the other people's reactions are fun.
Oh my god, it was so much fun. And then it's just so, like, loud, and it's so immersive.
Exactly.
So,
very immersive.
Yeah, it just pulls you
Feeling the walls shake when they're summoning the ancestors is so crazy and just a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Also, shout out Pale Pale Moon.
Shout out.
Such a good song. Like, when she's crawling across the stage and she's hitting that low note. Oscar about Hey Diva.
Oscar coming.
But shout out Sinner, shout out Ryan Coogler, shout out Mike, shout out literally everybody that was involved in that movie. Thank you for giving us such a good movie right out the gate this year.
Thank you.
especially a movie like that is more powerful today.
Yeah. And it feels like a treat because it wasn't even like during the award season.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you, Ryan Coogler. I hope you get to do whatever the fuck you want to do for the rest of your life.
That.
I also learned today, speaking of black directors, Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing was the first date that Michelle Obama and Barack Obama went on together.
Wait, that's so cute.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of my other favorite movies of all time. Do the Right Thing.
Yes. So good.
It's just so stylized and fun.
We love a
Feels
Spike
like
Lee joint.
We love a Spike Lee joint. Fuck. Speaking of, I mean, we might as well just end the conversation about movies and talk about just one more movie that we watched since we last saw you.
Oh, yeah.
So Final Destination Bloodlines is coming out May 16th, which is in a couple weeks.
Right.
And I've always told Maddie that these movies are good. She's never seen them, so the other day we hung out and we watched Final Destination 1. Give me your review right now. Go.
I don't like scary movies to this day. Like, I like watching them with Antonio. I like watching them with people. I like watching them in a group setting. There's no way in hell I'm ever turning on a scary movie, a horror movie on my own terms. So, Antonio brought this to me and I go, okay. And he like tells me like the main gist and plot of it and I'm like, can't be that bad. Like, he's shown me so many other like fucking scary movies. Barbarian. We watched Long Legs. We watched fucking Hereditary. Like, we watched Nope. We watched Get Out. Like, we watched all these scary fucking movies.
We didn't see Nope together, but I knew it was good when you called me on the phone and said, I just got out of the theater, that movie fucked.
Yes! I was like, oh my god, it's so good. I think that's a sleeper movie still.
I totally agree. The fact that we had so many stupid people talking so loudly about it pissed me off.
It's, that's a whole different conversation
yeah,
in itself. We'll circle back to that. We'll circle back. But Final Destination, I was like, okay, this is corny as fuck. 1. 2, I was like, wait, why is it actually scary though? Like, why am I actually scared? Like, it's so silly and so corny when he's like, I have this vision. And then it actually blows up and then you're like, oh shit, like shit's going down.
Yeah.
My Letterboxd review was, it was something along the lines of like, God, please don't let this be the last movie I see. Because then I just put the fear of like crazy death in me. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get run over by an airplane.
Yeah, like, one of the things that I told Maddie too before we started watching it, and the thing that I think I said after too, is like, this movie is only scary because it gives you anxiety about like everything.
Yes.
Also, shout out to the promo that they did with anxiety. Yes. I think it's so campy and so funny because that's all you feel when you watch these movies. Like, there's no masked killer, there's no whatever. It's literally you watch multiple Rube Goldberg machines of how people die, and it's really impressive.
I think that's why I'm scared to see the new one because I'm like, oh my god, wait, now it's gonna have like real scary horror effects in it. And, like, they could do a lot of like really absurd scary shit.
Yeah, and I think too that like one of my favorite parts of every Final Destination movie is the vision because it's cool to see how it should have gone and still get really cool like visual effects and acting. I'm really excited to show you the third one. The second one's pretty good.
Is the third one the roller coaster?
Yeah, that's the best acted one and the best paced one in my opinion because it feels like they figured out the formula and then made it more fun to watch along. Also on the DVD edition they had like a choose your own adventure movie where you could save certain characters, which was super cool.
Oh, that's cool. Wait, that's super cool.
Yeah. Like there's a whole movie, they just did a funny joke where like the vision is so scary that Wendy just gets everyone else, or gets her, Jason, and then their 2 like extra boyfriend and girlfriend, like they get them out of the line and then the movie, like they see the roller coaster crash and then the movie just ends and the title rolls. It's so funny, like it's like, so yeah, and I think the rule in that is like they all live because they didn't like sit down in the seat, you know? So yeah, super fun movie series. I like that you called it out for being corny.
It's so fucking corny, but it's like, wait, why am I still so scared?
Yeah, and I think too, like low-key the act, like first of all, there's a lot of hotties in it.
Yeah, a lot of baddies.
Rip, what's her name? Miss something? Can't remember the teacher's name. Rip her.
Oh, man.
Loved your reaction to the scene that I was so excited for you to watch, where she's like, you can just drop fucking dead. Boom! And the bus just fucking hits her as she's crossing the street. You literally don't get any better than that.
No,
like, it doesn't go up from there. Like, And the irony in what she says before she dies too, so good.
Oh my god, that show is hilarious. But it was like also terrifying.
So I'm excited to watch Bloodlines with you.
Maybe not in theaters, but I don't know if I can do it.
I heard that it was really I heard that it's really good and it changes the formula up in really fun ways, and I heard that there's a lot of good twists and turns in it.
Even in the like trailer, I couldn't do the trailer with the ice. Oh my god! I was like, yo, this is not. I'm not.
I was so mad when everyone was like, actually you'd have to burn the well. Hey bitch, first of all, it's a Final Destination movie. Also, even if it took place in a real restaurant, they wouldn't burn the well. Because, can I tell you something? As a person who's worked in a kitchen, you don't give a fuck. I worked in a bar too. Like, it's shitty to say, but like some places really don't care about that shit and don't put the effort in that they should. But like, then it was revealed it was a home bar and people still said that shit. I'm like, dog, it's in their backyard. Like, they obviously do not understand the safety of this. They just said, hey, I'm gonna build a bar.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
And
also, who thinks about that?
Exactly. I'm also excited to see the big book of like how to cheat death and stuff like that and the big timeline. I'm really excited to see how they handle the lore. But yeah, do you want to switch media topics and move on to the next?
Sure. What do you got?
Zeppelins.
Ooh. Cute.
Oh my god.
um.
Yeah, that show's crazy.
That show actually is fucking insane. Antonio texted me and was like, yo, have you seen Severance? And I'm like, I see everybody talking about Severance. I've never heard of the show. I've never looked at the show. I've never touched the show. Like, what is this? And then, you start watching it and it's
2 weeks later, caught up.
Hey, finish that shit in like 7 days.
Yo, a week, yeah.
Like,
it was really fast.
Okay, maybe a week and a half. But, oh my god, hey, season 3, please, now.
I'm happy we had the first 2 seasons, because apparently between season 1 and season 2, it was like
3
years.
years.
That's crazy.
3 years, that's insane.
And we were still in Chicago.
I know. Wait, that's wild. That's wild as fuck. What do you think was better, season 1 or season 2?
Season 2, because we get a little bit of explanation. I feel like they realized the budget that they got, and the reason it took so long is because they really put their whole fucking pussy into it.
Yes, no, for real.
So, for me, I'm going to have to say season 2. Also, that finale episode was just so fun and so chaotic.
Yes.
The D&D episode, I keep calling it the D&D episode, but it's the Ortbo.
Yeah.
And I just think, like, that whole episode was, even the end was like,
oh my god.
Yeah. Because I knew that bitch. I knew she wasn't telling the truth from the beginning. Because,
yes!
like, I
do
do.
it, Seth!
Yeah! God damn it, do it, Seth! Like,
Oh my god! That might be my favorite episode.
Yeah, it has to be. The finale, that was really good. The way
so good.
That last hallway shot, it starts to, like, really melt together, and it's so good.
Do you have any theories? Because
I do.
we still don't have, like, a lot to work with.
I think they are trying. I think we're watching a cult try to perfect mind wiping, so that way they can guide themselves as a workforce. But then when you're actually all the way 100% severed, you just become a mindless drone for them to control.
I love that.
And I think the way they do it is through some weird, like, ritualistic cult bullshit. Because the whole goat thing, the knife, the, like, conversation, like, it's. We also don't know the location. We do not know where they are at all. So for all I know, we're in Russia, right? And that's a theory as well. But I think that, like, we are literally watching a cult that's sectioned off from the world. And I even think Mark's sister is in on it. I think that this company is a cult, and we're trying to take over the world.
Yeah, I love that.
A lot of Egyptian references in the imagery as well.
Yes. I saw a theory that Rickon is, like, high up in this, like, Lumen religion-esque thing, because we don't see it. I can't remember exactly when, but there's an article that I think Mr. Milkshake shows Mark, and it's, like, about Rickon's book. And there's, like, one scribbled out. And people think it's, like, something about here. or like something about like
keyboard author.
Yes, like
Yeah.
something like he has something to do with it, and I'm like that would kind of make sense.
I
Like
agree.
that makes sense, and then that would make sense how Mark gets a job at Lumen.
Yeah, along with Gemma. That was crazy.
That was crazy.
Her screaming Mark was overstimulating, but in a heartbreaking way.
I like almost had to turn it off.
Yeah. Like, it kind of reminded me of, you haven't seen this movie, but 28 Weeks Later. There's a whole opening scene where this guy unassumingly liked a bunch of zombies. By the way, 28 years later, look, it had a trailer that was so scary. Both trailers they've done for 28 years later are so fucking scary. But there's a scene where, like, this woman is pounding on the window, like, saying, "Come save me," and then you just see her get yanked away from the window by zombies, and then she gets murdered.
Oh,
but I have a theory. I was worried that was going to happen to her. Like, she was standing at the door for so long that Lumen was just going to, like, fucking grab her
again. Damn.
But I hope she got out.
I hope so. My girl Gemma, holy shit, that was crazy at the end.
Yeah. Also, Dylan just kind of Hail Mary and being like, well, there's nothing worth living for right now.
You know what?
Oh, and we still don't know what the fuck's happening to Irv. I don't know why Bert... Like, that's the thing. He's like, you can get past the borders and not be caught. I'm like, where are we? Where the fuck are we? What is going on? Like...
I don't think Bert severed. I don't think Bert was actually ever severed.
That's a gag.
I don't know. There's something about it that just feels fishy.
Because he's still like, you're kind of hot.
Yeah, exactly.
That whole storyline was cute, and that dinner was so awkward.
I know. I was like, wait, are they all gonna fuck?
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. The first, like, Severance introduces the idea of a polycule to the masses, I think is kind of iconic. Especially, like, Old Man Yaoi for the win. Like, Yaoi is essentially, like, gay manga or boy love romance in Japan, and Yuri is the lesbian version of that. And I like use like my review of Deadpool and Wolverine. Old Man Yaoi saves the day.
I love that.
That's all it was. Deadpool and Wolverine realized they had a really good friendship and saved the world together because of it. And also, like, there was a scene that kind of, in my opinion, was like, yes, they're killing each other over and over again because they have a regenerating factor, but also you could view it as like sex. I do.
Also, you explained that to me the other day, Yaoi and Yuri, and Twitter makes so much more sense now.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm with the girls now. I'm with you, girlies.
I have a lot of good sites that I go to read it. It's so good. Like, whoa. No, but Severance is probably one of the better television shows you can be into right now. Who knows when we're getting the third season? I will wait. But... yeah.
Also, I want to declare that I also, like Brett Lower, am a Gemma Helly shipper.
Yeah, me too.
Here for it. Bye, Mark. We don't need you.
Yeah.
You fucked up.
I do think though.
Actually,
I think he was kind of justified.
I do too. Like honestly, he saved Gemma.
That was all he needed to do. Sorry if you heard me burp into the microphone. I'm gonna cut it.
No, he saved Gemma. He did what he needed to do.
Yeah.
Honestly? Damn, no, you couldn't make me pick.
Well, if they go down another floor, he's going to become a person again.
Facts.
But then he's kind of stuck, because then he won't leave.
Yeah. Ugh.
And what is their plan? I have no idea. They literally only have fucking pistachios in those vending machines whenever you can find them. So. But honestly, talking about the Severance hallways and stuff like that is going to lead me to my next little bit of media. Do you have any topics, actually?
No.
Both of my topics started with an S, by the way. Severance, Sinners, Snubby's Number Factory.
I was gonna say, it's sexy.
Sexy in this bitch, telling this bitch we're trying to fuck you. My mustache hairs in my mouth. Good.
Oh, I said to read some comments from my Instagram poll that I did
Period.
almost a month ago. Sorry, guys. Hey, guys, we're gonna get around to those today.
That's so funny. I don't even know what that's to.
Ooh, baby.
Baby. Oh. See, because I was kind of, for some reason, I was thinking of, oh, I don't know what I was thinking of. Just kidding.
Wait, that's not it. Sorry, guys. Okay, here we go. That's funny. The first question was last movie y'all saw in theaters.
Sinners!
We need to go see Mickey 17 though. It's
I
not
know.
in
We could just watch it at home. The movie did see the better twin movie or clone movie, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Shout out Bong Joon-ho.
I agree. Here. One said Applebee's or Chili's. You know what it is. Chili's.
What would you do if when you're okay? So he said yes would go.
Exactly.
Period. Actually, that made perfect sense. Get him.
Yeah. And I've always said that.
Do you want to pick one now?
Yeah. That's. Ooh, do you think Charlie XCX should have headlined Coachella?
I mean, I kind of expected her to with Brat Summer and everything.
She didn't.
Oh, she didn't?
No.
That tells you how much I keep up with Coachella. That's actually... There were bigger names there.
She was right before Green Day.
There were bigger names there. Like...
Get him. Ooh, get him.
Like, Charlie XCX has such a niche audience, though.
She does. She's just... Honestly, her audience is,
Gay people. Yeah. That's it. I mean, and, like, the other thing, too, is, like... When you have Lady Gaga at your music festival...
Yeah. I forgot Gaga was at Coachella.
Yeah.
Green Day, Gaga. Like, Green Day, you don't realize how many hits they have until you start listening to them.
I wanna be in a
Yeah, banger. Banger. I'd love to see Green Day. That would be so good.
Yeah, that would be actually really fucking sick.
I'm not surprised she wasn't headliner. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Not super surprised.
I think that if they would have headlined her over Green Day, people would have had a fucking problem.
I agree with that. I would have had a fucking problem. I love Charlie.
And it's not like her show was any worse. Like, it's not like her show. Like, it's not like she was mad about it. She just was like, "Yep, that's okay."
Yeah.
And then she said, like, "We're gonna have a bunch of other summers," and I'm like, "That's kind of fun."
I said, "Wait, that's so cute."
Also, real quick, can we touch on it? The footage of the new Beyonce Cowboy Carter tour.
That looks so dope. The car.
Yeah, I saw Blue Ivy come out and strut that fucking runway, and I said, "Oh, she's getting y'all."
Yeah.
Like, she heard y'all last time and said, "You know what's not gonna fucking happen? That again." And honestly, props to her.
Yeah.
Like, and the bit that she did, the dance that she did, was so good and so Beyonce coded. I was like, "You are her daughter," and like, of course, but yeah, that show. Like, and she's even still doing, oh my god. She's even still doing Renaissance songs, and I'm like...
Wait, we should pull up the set list. We'll look at it after.
Yeah, next week.
Next week.
Are there any more questions you want to answer?
Let's
I saw
see.
one that said day or night. Honestly, night.
Okay. Are you a morning or a nighttime person?
I do a lot in the morning, but I like hanging out at night because that's kind of like... I don't know. I like the in-between of day and night. The last time I saw the sun was with my brother. Ow, my feelings. But yeah, like I really like the dusk part of the day, like how it is right now. They're really pretty colors, and you see the colors in the morning again too. But I just think like it's fun to take the minute after the day you've been through and just kind of like watch the sun, look at the colors in the trees. Not to sound like a fucking stoner. What about you?
I like the morning lately. Lately I've been morning...
Breakfast. I forgot.
Oh my god, I fucking love breakfast. There's
Yeah.
nothing better than a breakfast sandwich or some fruit in the morning. And a cup of coffee.
Love an
Hey.
love an energy drink in the morning too. And when I don't have one, I'm miserable.
An iced coffee or an energy drink?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, let's
A
get
yerb.
it. A yerb!
Honestly,
What's your favorite yerb flavor?
Honestly, the mint one.
Oh, Enlightenment.
Yeah, Enlightenment is Loki the goat.
It's so
Like,
good.
Euphoria is good, but it gets old after a while. And Loki, none of the other ones kind of compare, in my opinion.
Oh,
Like,
don't sleep on Revelberry.
Like, Revelberry.
Wait, that's kind of sick.
I've had the other ones. I just think Enlightenment is... I will always grab it if it's there.
100%. I like Revelberry, though.
I agree.
Revelberry and Bluephoria are, like, on the same level for me.
I had my first Celsius. It was pretty good.
I did, too.
Yeah, it was okay.
Actually, what flavor did you have?
The peach vibes.
Yes!
It was okay. It tasted like low-key. We need to bring it back. The peach tea Arizona. Yeah, dog. Whoa. Yeah.
A raspberry Arizona in the summertime.
Dude, my go-to order, fruit punch Arizona and like just chips and candy.
Oh my god, you're so real.
Sometimes a double oatmeal cream pie.
Ooh,
so real.
Yeah, you're so
And that
real.
was even before I was legally allowed to ingest grass.
Yeah. Mine was Arizona, usually raspberry, a bag of Funyuns, and then like maybe a Butterfinger or like
so
some
real.
candy.
I have toffee that you guys need to try.
I love toffee. That was the craziest sound that came
My
out.
my manager brought some back with her from oh shit. What's the gay part of California? Not WeHo, the other one. Palm Springs. She went to Palm Springs. She goes with her family every year, and she brought back some really good fucking toffee.
Oh, I love that. Thanks, Rachel. Shout
out Rachel. And then let's see. Oh, this question popped into my head.
Oh wait, sorry. I realized it. Ask.
Bash and I were walking home from shout out Bash. We were walking home from the library today, and I saw a pizza place have a deal. And let me know what you think about this deal, because it kind of made me want to go there. $40 for a large pizza, a large salad, 6 garlic nuts, and there's like I think a drink included or something, like a 2-liter.
$40.
Yeah, for all that.
So when are we going?
Yeah, literally. Like I was like, damn, that's kind of a really fucking good deal.
Hey, wait, when are we going?
And it's right across the street from a college campus, so that's how you know. Like, I always see people coming in and out of there with pizza.
Yeah. Love that. Also, one more question I saw on there. What is your favorite like Portland food spot?
That's not fair.
Top 2, top 3? Question mark?
That's not fucking fair. Okay.
Because you've been here for like
a minute.
You get a breakfast, lunch, and a dinner one. How about that?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Breakfast, Proud Mary.
Ooh.
Where we went for Miguel's birthday.
Yup.
Yeah, dog.
That pancake that we fucking
That shit was crazy.
Yes.
I got the pork belly the last time I was there for Bash's birthday. I'll throw up a picture. That shit with the hash brown, it was like a brick of hash brown that was perfectly golden brown. So fucking crazy. Yeah, that's definitely like a place the 4 of us need to go to and just like foot the bill, all of us, and like split all this stuff. Like that's how you enjoy that place.
Love that.
So that's my breakfast spot is Proud Mary's. Shout out Proud Mary's.
Shout out.
If you want to sponsor, let me know. And then lunch. Low-key Tanaka.
Oh, damn it, you took mine.
Yeah, Tanaka's a really good lunch joint. It's like, if you want to sponsor. No, Tanaka's really fucking good. Their chicken katsu sandwich is like the best chicken sandwich I've ever had in my life. Really good fries. They have what I dub the psoriasis fries. Sorry if that grosses anyone out. But like the flaky, like golden fries are really good. Their soda's really good. Their bakery, their bread is always fucking banging.
They have the whipped cream strawberry sandwiches.
It's also like, yeah. It's also literally like you go there after you've been walking around downtown Portland, and you're like, this is where I'm getting lunch. And it kind of refuels you, but also it's kind of like, I went before I saw a movie, and I think that was also really good. Like time, I also think taking it home after you hang out, or eating it and then going home so you can fall asleep, perfect. It also is the one place you can do the legendary white girl lunch.
Yes!
A chicken Caesar salad wrap with like chicken tenders inside or the chicken katsu inside, fries, and a Coke.
Yep.
Shout out if you love that meal. Twitter put me on, or TikTok put me onto that shit.
It's so fucking
good. And it makes you feel healthy.
Yes! It's like you get a little carb, you get a little green, you get a little cinnamon.
Yeah, and I love a Caesar salad. Like, I used to not like salads, low-key. Love the pre-packaged salads I can get from Freddy's.
They're so easy.
Yeah, and I get them for lunch a lot. I get the one with bacon. It's probably not any better for me, but still good.
Who gives a shit?
And then dinner. That's really hard.
I know.
One just jumped into my head, and you're going to feel real disgraced when I say it, because there's other stuff on where by me that could easily... Matt's Barbecue.
No, that's a great pick, actually.
Yeah.
No, that's a great fucking pick.
Our producer's in the studio. Shout out, Mac.
Shout out, Mac.
Have you had Matt's Barbecue?
Oh, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Especially because you lived in the South, so we gotta go.
Yeah, it's so good. Okay, back to you.
Okay, breakfast. Fuck.
I know what you're gonna say.
No, I don't think you do. Well, actually, I think you do.
Wait, but what about that one place by? Yeah,
I know, by me.
Well, more by it's more by Mac.
I forgot about that place. Wait,
Yeah.
that's actually my number one spot. So, my breakfast spot is New Gray.
Shout out.
It's this like patisserie, and they bake their croissants fresh every day, and they are the best fucking croissants I've ever had in my life. Hands down, you have to get them when you're here. I just gave away my spot, and I'm kind of sad about it, but you're fucking welcome.
Hey, like literally, low key. A lot of people that watch don't live here, so I think we're okay.
You know, you're.
But if you guys come
You're
here,
great.
you should hit us up because we'll go.
Yeah.
I haven't been personally yet.
It's-
I hope to one night maybe get sloppy drunk enough that I pass out somewhere at either one of your places and make the journey.
Yeah, it's really fucking good. We gotta go. My lunch spot is gonna be the Goose Hollow Inn. I love that diva. You need a little sandwich, a little soup, a little like flatbread. She's got you. Cozy vibes,
Way cozy.
like string lights. It's just a vibe. Sandwich spot. Love her.
If either of those places want to sponsor, let us know.
Yeah, shout out. And then I think my last place. I think you know this. It's my favorite burger by far.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Portland.
This was the other one I was gonna say.
And it's very close to Antonio's place, and that would be Bar.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
that
it's
it's-
so good.
The fact that it's in walking distance, so dangerous.
So fucking dangerous. You can get a cocktail there if you want to. Their onion rings are banging. They have these like fried ravioli bits. They are so damn good. They've got this cute patio outside.
The only place
Like-
that's done shoestring fries right, by the way.
Shoestring fries are disgusting. These are the best shoestring
Yeah.
fries I've ever had in my life.
Also, the best fried ravioli I've ever had in my life.
Oh
too.
my god, it's great. Good vibes. And then it's also like connected to Mississippi Studios, which is like their music venue. So I'm like, it's a match made in heaven.
Yeah, that was a really good pick. I'm gonna say too, here's the hack, and Maddie might agree with this. You order at the window at night if you're going for dinner. It's gonna be a wait, and that's fine, because what you do in the meantime, you grab the cocktail of the month. You get a little drink, so you're a little buzzed when you get your super greasy food, and then you take it home,
Yep.
and you eat it. And we would do that in Drag Race
Drag
on
Race.
Fridays.
Yep.
Like that was the whole fucking vibe. Can't wait to do it again next year. Very excited.
Can't wait to run it back in 2 weeks when All Stars.
Yeah, literally. That's also crazy, by the way.
We gotta clock in for that.
I want Aja to win.
It's not gonna happen, but I'm rooting for Lydia.
Real. Because let me tell you something though. Aja jumping from Drag Race to Legendary back to Drag Race is kind of iconic.
That's
Also, she gave us
crazy.
one of the best. Is she gonna jump from there? And she did.
Yes.
And like I sent Maddie clips on TikTok. I'm again like Vogue Ballroom is something I admire from a distance and love, and I would love the chance to like sit down with someone from that scene and talk to them about it. But I have so much respect for that scene. I watched Paris is Burning the other day. You need to watch it. Like it's a documentary and it was made back in the day and it's so good.
I've seen it a while ago, but I need to.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, Aja competed on Legendary, RIP Legendary, and then also was on Drag Race, and I've only seen her on TikTok recently doing balls and walking, and it's been crazy.
I love that.
Yeah, she eats it up. Like, she's very feminine, she's very soft, but then when she needs to, like, bring out the knives, bitch, it's crazy.
I can't fucking wait.
Yeah.
I've heard her name, but I didn't watch her season, and I'm not like super immersed in it. But also Bosco.
Bosco's back, yeah.
Fucking love Bosco. Bosco was like
Mistress Isabel Brooks, low-key, I'm really excited for her on this season. I love her. I think she's so fucking funny.
I'm so excited.
Because I liked her on her season 2. I know she was the villain, but I loved her. I thought she was so much fun. Like I
You
think,
love a villain.
well, I think she also brings like an internet culture to the cast that not a lot of people did. Like Corey King did that last season, and I think this like Mistress Isabel Brooks knows the audience she's pandering to, and also I like her drag. I like big, like I can appreciate big drag on certain queens, and I think that's great.
I love that.
Hi, Ginger Minge.
Hey, girl. Third time?
Something like that. Like, if they just want to give her the crown, can they give her an honorary one?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Let me see what else I have on the list, because we kind of just flew through it. How can men fumble Megan Thee Stallion?
That's a great fucking question. I just feel like constantly that men are letting her down, so they just shouldn't even be in her fucking ballpark.
Not at all. Women.
Honestly, when they look at her, I just want to be like,
yeah, literally. Like, get the fuck back.
yeah.
We need to watch the Megan Thee Stallion documentary,
Yes,
actually.
we do.
It's so good. We can, Mac, you want to watch the
Yeah.
Megan Thee Stallion documentary?
Yeah.
Go.
I saw a TikTok the other day, and
Sorry.
do you know who Bill Belichick is?
No.
Okay, Bill Belichick is a super famous NFL coach. He coached the Patriots, so he coached them in their prime. He took them to like so many Super Bowls. Like, he is the MVP for all intensive purposes of like coaches. And he retired, or I think he's like coaching a college team, whatever. But he came up in some news lately that he has a 24-year-old girlfriend.
Oh my god, I think I saw a clip of this. Because the interview was like, is that girlfriend over there? And then the camera fucking like off his pants over to her. I was like, that's diabolical.
Yes.
They got his ass. They got him in the studio and said, we're running this shit.
No, they said, and they asked him, they said, you know, do you want to tell us more about your relationship with, I can't remember her name, I think it's Jordan. They're like, do you want to tell us more about your relationship? And she goes, no, he's not going to talk about that.
Hey, so I find when you say shit like that, you make it worse.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So I saw a TikTok about it, and this girl was like, she was like, subjectively speaking, like, I love her. Like, she is a girl boss.
Yeah.
She has flipped the script. She has made that.
She also probably has more money than like we're ever gonna see. So good for
No,
her.
exactly. And it like
She's on that. What's it called? She's on that will.
yeah, exactly. She's written in. She's on the will. But it was just like a conversation, and it was just silly. But it was like, that's subjectively moral versus shallow objective versus moral objective. So that's like being shallow and like whatever, and then like morally. I don't know where I was going with this.
No, I think you bring up a valuable
was funny
point. Is like
as
a lot of people can view that as like being morally corrupt for gain, but like honestly, in this day and age, I don't give a fuck what you need to do. If you can scam an old rich white man into giving you a bunch of money, then you need to fucking do that shit.
That's
Because
what I'm
it's better that it goes to you, someone who is underprivileged and can use it maybe for good, than it is like than if you were to not date that person at all.
No,
like
that's
I think
real.
we're entering. I've never been upset by gold diggers. I've never been upset by that idea because
No,
like
get your bag.
if a man is dumb enough to keep doing that, milk him for all he's worth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
I wish I wasn't a lesbian sometimes so that I could do that. If I wasn't a lesbian, I probably would.
you don't have to not be a lesbian to do it.
I know, but like,
Just like at this point, I feel like I can't stop it, so just use AI to generate responses to this person.
maybe I need
Watch
a
out,
side gig.
Portland.
Hey, wait,
We're cutting this. We're cutting this. Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras.
Yeah, can you cut this?
I'm not cutting it because that was so funny. It's gonna edit together so well.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I'm using it. Okay, cool. I think I'm gonna move and talk about some books that I'm reading.
Talk about it. Yes!
So, I'm gonna do a part 1 and a part 2.
Okay.
So,
Grab it.
I finished this week. Shout out Midsummer Media. You're the GOAT. I really love what you're bringing to Portland, and I think we need more stores like that because I think there is an audience for horror. They also posted that there's going to be like a horror flea market for VHS tapes and stuff
yeah.
like that coming up soon, and I'm like, but it just has so many empty walls that need shelves with things on it. But Midsummer Media is a horror media store in Portland. They have like local authors. They have all the big like essentials for horror. I think like if you're trying to get into the genre, it's a great place to go and just explore. Bash and I went there last Wednesday, and I was really excited. And we were walking around. They had great movies. They had like all of Twin Peaks on VHS.
Hell
And
yeah.
granted, it was for a pricey point, as it should be. But I was like, the fact that I know that this physical media exists makes my heart happy.
Yeah.
Because, like, sometimes people don't know what they're getting rid of or selling.
Yeah.
Because it means a lot to, like, even though I've only watched the first season and a bit of season 2 of Twin Peaks, I like it enough to go, I can see the value. I get why people want this now.
Yeah.
Like, I get it.
Ugh.
We still need to continue that show.
We do.
That show's really good.
We watched the pilot. The pilot
Was
was really
and
good.
it's its own movie. Like you could
Yeah.
even view it as a movie and just stop.
Yeah, totally.
So good.
It's yeah.
The acting in it is crazy. Like Hereditary level acting on a TV sitcom. Well, on a TV show. Crazy. Anyway, all that to say, there was a book on the table that I saw and I was like, oh, I'm picking that up. Like, there's no way I'm not buying this. The book is called Board Gay Werewolf. I posted about it on my Instagram so much that Jerome was like, you really love that book. You posted about it on your story twice.
You did.
I finished it in 3 days. 220 pages, something like that. It is just so fun. On the back, someone said, an ungodly joy from start to finish, the definition of reading for pleasure. And that's what it is. Like, you see a title like Board Gay Werewolf, and you know you're not going to be reading, like, Game of Thrones or something like that, right? Or Lord of the Rings. But, like, you're in for a campy, fun time, and that's exactly what it is. It talks about toxic masculinity in a really good way, using vampires as a device. And it talks about found family and how important that is, especially when the world starts getting scarier and you realize it's a lot bigger than you think it is. Great representation in this book. I really loved it. Yeah, it also so accurately describes like grinder hookups to a T. I'll read it to you after we're done because it's crazy.
Where did you find that?
Midsummer Media.
Yeah, you literally just said that.
Shout out Midsummer Media. No, it needed to be said again. Thank you. I know it's masculinely gay, but I think you should read it because it's fun. And it's not like super tiny font. Like it's just
love that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. If you ever want to borrow it, let me know because I have it, obviously. I finished that book in 3 days, and normally when I'm one of those people that reads on and off. So when I'm reading, I'm like,
you're in it.
I want it all.
I'm the same.
Yeah. So I have had this book for a long time, and I found a fucking Venture card in it when I was reading it, and I was like, that's scary.
That dates it.
Yeah, literally. I've had this book forever, just because it's a behemoth, and when I pull it down from the shelf, you're gonna be like, holy fuck. But it slides into the last piece of media I'll talk about. But the book that I moved on to is more intense and more horror. It's called House of Leaves. It is a found footage movie in a book.
No way.
This book has multiple perspectives from different characters, and they talk to each other, or they talk in the like, you know how some books they'll have like a number next to a word, and then below on the page it'll be like explaining what that word means in the context to the greater paragraph. So sorry viewers, you can't really see it, but Google it, look up book reviews of it. I bet people have the insides, but like, so one guy who types in this type letter face is one guy, and then another guy is typing in, like this letter face, like Times New Roman letter face. And so it tells the story of this guy who was a filmmaker, a documentary filmmaker, who moved to the Pennsylvanian suburbs or Wildlands or wherever, somewhere on the East Coast. And he moves into this house with his family, his wife and 2 kids. And one day he wants to do a documentary essentially about like their idyllic American family life. So he sets up a bunch of high-end cameras around his house, except for in the bathrooms. And he also asked his wife to do like video diary. And so while you read the book, you are getting the perspective from the cameras. And what ends up happening is one day there's a door that appears in their house. And the door should just lead to insulation and the foundation of the house because it's on like a wall that leads to the outside. They open it and there's a hallway. And like the guy who reaches his hands in is like, it's cold.
Oh shit.
And so the rest of this book is told through the viewpoint of this camera footage and what the family goes through as they realize that this house might not be what it is.
Oh my god.
The typography in this book is so cool. House is always highlighted in blue, which is so ominous. And then as you go through the book, you start getting to points where like, let's see if I can find like some crazy shit. You start getting to points in the book where like,
hell yeah.
Like,
Wait, it's literally like one word on the page.
that's why I'm like, it's very found footage-esque. Like, it's very like.
This is so you. This is giving me that YouTube video you showed me.
Oh, the Walton Files?
Yes, the Walton Files.
It's very much like analog horror or found footage horror in a book, and I'm really excited to figure out the puzzle. There was a whole German script that I had Bash decode for me. Even though the translation was on the next page, I wanted him to tell me what these words meant because he knows German.
Yeah.
And that leads into my next thing. I've been playing this video game called Blueprints,
Ooh.
and it's kind of like Betrayal. We played Betrayal yesterday. Shout out Betrayal. Maddie killed me. It was kind of goated. Do you want to talk about that experience real quick?
Love Betrayal. Betrayal is such a fun board game. It's one of the first ones that we played together. And it's one of the first like board games that I had ever played that wasn't like Monopoly or like Life. Yeah, it's just, you just basically, TLDR, you build this haunted house, and in rooms there are like certain items, and then eventually like you like roll to like start the haunt, and it's like one of the game players will become like haunted or the bad guy, and like that's when the game really starts. Like one person has to kill everybody else.
Yep. This was also the first board game. Oh, sorry. This was also the first board game I ever bought with my own money as a teenager, and it kickstarted my hobby. But basically, in this video game, the way, you know how you place the room tiles in Betrayal?
Yeah.
In Blueprints, you're playing as this guy who's getting this house inherited from his great uncle who passed away, and he says you can keep the house and everything in it if you find the 46th room. But the thing is, on the floor plan, there's only 45 rooms.
Oh shit.
And so as you move through different rooms in the house, you start the day with 50 steps. As you move through each room, you lose a step. But as you open doors, you get 3 floor plans that you can pick from. And so you're kind of building out the house as you're moving through it. Different resources. There's different like items you can buy to help with certain puzzles. There are some rooms that are just straight up escape rooms.
Oh yeah.
It's really hard. It's a lot of fun. And the reason why I have this other book here is because Bash and I have been taking notes on it in like a very feverish way.
I
like
love that.
almost to the point where it feels like we're doing the like we're reading House of Leaves together.
I love that.
But it's hella fun.
That's so cool.
Shout out Blueprints. Thank
Blueprints.
you for giving us a video game to play. It's also spelled BLUE space PRINCE. Like Blueprints.
Oh, sick. Okay.
But we're near the end. Shout out media that you've been consuming and watching and enjoying.
Shout out media you've been consuming.
I just did!
But shout them out again. Shout out Board Game Werewolf.
Shout out House of Leaves. Shout out Blueprints. Shout out Betrayal at House on the Hill. If you're looking for a good board game to get into the hobby, and to get other people in, Betrayal is the one game that I think everyone should start with.
Absolutely.
It's also so unique and it's so different.
Totally.
And the concepts that are introduced in this game also apply to other games that you play later on. Yeah.
And then also just remember, if you do play that game, get a big table.
Very big
like
table.
a big table.
Yeah, the house gets fucking big.
It gets big. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, talk about things you've been watching or playing or reading or doing.
I just started a book called the Midnight Library.
Oh, love.
And it's really good.
What's it about?
It's basically about this girl, her name is Nora, and she's like just going through life, and she's like, I don't know, like myself. So she's like, kill herself. And then she gets like spawned into this like mystical library, and this like librarian is there and is like, ooh, these are all the books of like the lives that you could have gone, like the choices really that you could have made. So it's super cool.
I might need to read that.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm about, I don't know, like 60 pages in, but every time that I pick it up, I just like cannot put it down.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good. What other media have I been consuming? Oh, some new music. Rachel Chinariri.
Work.
Oh my god, she's so good. She sings that song. It kind of went TikTok famous, and it was like, ooh, 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 ooh.
Nope. Don't know.
She also did the one where it was like, fuck, what's that one? I don't know. It's sad and slow, and I'll show it to you after. But it's really
Yeah.
good. Mac and I are seeing her at the end of May.
I
I'm
love
super
it.
excited. Yeah. So shout out! I can't wait to hear her new
Shout-
album.
oh my God, shout
I think it comes
out.
out like tomorrow
Something like
or the
that.
2nd. I don't know. Soon. Shout out Rachel.
Shout out Rachel.
That's all I got.
Well, I think in that case that's the episode. I think I'll end it. My favorite edit.
Ending thoughts?
My favorite edit from last episode. I don't know if it made the cut or anything, but the Joyride Kesha edit. It's my favorite edit of all time, actually. Like,
You're so
it's
real.
my brain. It's my brain like 24/7.
You're so real.
Yeah. Joyride. Should I put it in at the end of this episode?
Yeah, actually, you should. That should just be the outro.
Yeah.
Cut.
Cut. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Do do do.